Hey everyone! Welcome back to TechieTuro. In the previous video, we installed Python and PyCharm. Now that everything is ready, it's time to actually start coding. In this video, we'll learn the basic building blocks of Python, including variables, data types, input, output, operators, and simple calculations. We'll build everything step by step, so if you're completely new to programming, don't worry. Let's get started. Let's start by creating a Python file. In our project, right-click the project folder, select New, then choose Python file. Name it basic.py. This will be our Python file where we'll write all of the examples for this tutorial. Let's start with one of the simplest Python commands, print. The print function is used to display something on the screen. Inside the parentheses, we put the text we want to display. Because this is text, we put it inside quotation marks. And there we go. Our first Python program is working. We can also print different messages. Let's try adding hello again below hello world, and then goodbye on the next line. Each print displays its own line. Here, we have hello world, hello again, and goodbye. Now let's learn about variables. A variable is a name that we use to store information. For example, we can store a person's name and age. Let's create two variables called name and age. The name variable stores the text John, while the age variable stores the number 20. Now let's display the values stored in these variables using print. The first print displays the value stored in name, and the second displays the value stored in age. We can also change the value of a variable. Let's change age from 20 to 30. Now when we print age, Python displays 30 instead. Now that we understand variables, let's look at the different types of data that we can store in them. Let's start with a string. A string is used for text, so let's create a variable called country and store some text in it. Because Philippines is text, we put it inside quotation marks. This is a string, or str. Next, let's create an age variable and store a whole number. This is an integer, or int. Integers are whole numbers without decimal points. Now let's create a variable for height and give it a decimal value. This is a float, which is used for numbers with decimal values. Finally, let's create a variable that tells us whether someone is a student. This is a boolean or bool. A boolean can have one of two values, true or false. We can check the type of data stored in a variable using Python's type function. Let's try checking the variables we made earlier. First, let's check country using the print function. Inside print, we use type, and inside the type parentheses, we put our variable name. As we can see, it shows str, which means our country variable contains a string. Now let's check the other variables, age, height, and is student. As we can see, Python shows the appropriate data type for each variable, int for age, float for height, and bool for is student. So far, we're entering the values directly into our code. But what if we want the user to enter the information? For that, we can use the input function. Let's create a name variable and use input to ask the user for their name. The message inside the parentheses is what the user sees. The program then waits for the user to enter something. Let's also add a print function to see the value stored in name. The value entered by the user is stored inside the name variable, and then print displays it. We can also include the name inside a message. Let's add a string and use the plus sign to combine it with the name variable. Now, the program displays a greeting using the name that the user entered. There's something important to remember when using input. Even if the user enters a number, Python normally treats the input as a string. Let's try this by creating an age variable and asking the user to enter their age. Then, let's use the type function to check what type of data it is. Let's run the program and enter 22. Even though we entered a number, Python shows str, which means it sees the input as a string. If we want to use the value as a number, we can convert it into an integer using the int function. Let's use int and put our input function inside it. Then, we can print the value to check the result. Here, int converts the user's input into an integer, so Python can now treat the value as a number. The process of changing one data type into another is called type conversion. Just like what we did earlier, we can use the int function to convert the age value into an integer. Here, int converts the text 22 into the number 22. We can also convert a value into a decimal number using float. Let's create a price variable and give it the value 99.50. Now Python treats 99.50 as a float. And we can convert a value into text using str. Let's convert our age back into a string. Here, the str function converts the number into a string. As we can see, when we check all the data types, the values have been converted to the appropriate types. Age is an integer, price is a float, and after using str for age, it becomes a string. Now let's use variables to perform some basic calculations. Let's create two variables, a and b, and store the numbers 10 and 3. First, let's add them together using the plus sign. The plus operator performs addition, so the output is 13. Next, let's apply subtraction using the same variables. The minus operator performs subtraction, so the output is 7. Now let's try multiplication using the asterisk sign. The asterisk operator performs multiplication, so the answer is 30. Lastly, let's divide the same variables using the /. The slash operator performs division, so the answer is approximately 3.33. Python also provides some other useful arithmetic operators. Let's try them using the same variables. / performs floor division. It removes the decimal part, so the answer is 3. The % sign gives us the remainder after division. Since 10 divided by 3 leaves a remainder of 1, the answer is 1. And double asterisk is used for powers. Here, 10 is raised to the power of 3, so the answer is 1000. One more basic concept we should learn is comments. Comments allow us to write notes in our code without Python executing them. We can create a comment by using the hashtag symbol, and then writing our note. For example, let's write this as a comment. The hashtag symbol tells Python that everything after it on that line is a comment, so Python will ignore it when running the program. Comments are useful when we want to explain what a particular part of our code does. Now let's finish with a simple project that combines what we've learned. We'll ask the user for their age, then use the current year to calculate their birth year. First, let's create an age variable and use input to ask the user for their age. Since we need to use the age for subtraction, let's convert the input into an integer using int. Next, let's create a variable called current year and store the current year. Now, let's subtract the user's age from the current year and store the result in a variable called birth year. Finally, let's use print to display the estimated year of birth. We can add a message and use the plus sign to concatenate it with birth year. Since birth year is a number, we first need to convert it back into a string using str. Let's run the program. If we enter 22, Python subtracts 22 from 2026, giving us 2004. And there we have it. A simple Python project using input, variables, type conversion, subtraction, and print. If you found this tutorial helpful, make sure to hit like and subscribe to TechieTuro for more beginner-friendly coding and web development tutorials. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.